Hey guys, the Cheese Dog here. And that's right, it's time. It's time to do the NXT TakeOver Dallas. So, that's right. So this pay-per-view was insane. Like, I have no idea how WrestleMania will live up to this pay-per-view. NXT, you fucking tore the roof off of it. Like, all of the matches were really, really good. So, just so you know, let's all, I'm going to go and, in this video, I'm going to pretty much go over what happened in the match before I reveal the results for you all. So, then you know exactly what happened. But, if you actually want to watch the pay-per-view, and you have the WWE Network, you go straight over there right now, and you watch that pay-per-view. Because NXT TakeOver Dallas was insane. It was great. And like I said before, I have no idea how WrestleMania is going to live up to that. Because there's going to be good matches on WrestleMania, but there won't be all good matches like that match. Like the pay-per-view that NXT just had. NXT's every single match was like high octane type of fast, epic, They took it to the max, and they actually showed that NXT is the future. So, the first match wasn't actually on the actual card. It was on the card, but it got moved off the actual show to the pre-show kickoff. Apollo Crews versus Elias Simpson. In this match, pretty much he won by pinfall. Because this match, I didn't really get to see as much because I did watch the pre-show kickoff. I didn't really see it on there, so I don't know if it was on there or not. But I did find out that Apollo won by won by pinfall. So let's see what I actually had. I had Apollo as my one. I was rooting for Apollo to win. I chose Apollo to win the match. I predicted him to win, and by pinfall. So I got both down. Yeah. If you don't believe me, feel free to go to the link below, back to the NXT TakeOver Dallas prediction video, and actually see all my predictions. But so the next one was the actual first match on the actual pay-per-view. It was the NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Revival versus American Alpha. That's right. It started a bit with a big bang, the tag match. Now this one, they were going fucking full out, they would, the Revival was picking on Gable, they were trying to isolate him for most of it. Jordan got in there, did big shoulder blocks, huge drop kicks, suplexes, fucking hell. There was double teaming, there was dirty moves and dirty actions. They tried pinning Jason Jordan, and they grabbed so one of the Revival guys I think it was Dawson, put his feet up on the ropes, and then Dash wrapped a towel around it, so more leverage. And Jason Jordan still kicked out. They even raked Jason Jordan's eye. One of them went under the ring, came out and pulled Jason Jordan up as Chad was going to tag in. It was insane, guys. It ended up with Chad tagging in Jason, and the Revival, I think it was, Scott Dawson didn't really realise. And he got hit with a huge fucking shoulder charge into the corner, tagged in Chad Gable, and they hit their finisher, and 1, 2, 3, ding ding ding, new tag team champions. Fuck yeah. So then this one I was rooting for American Alpha. I predicted American Alpha to win, and I also predicted them to win by pinfall and Chad Gable getting the win. Got it. We got it. Yeah. So we actually got this one, that's two pretty much completely right predictions. And then we went to Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin. and Corbin came out, and what he was wearing was actually pretty mad. He had like 2 dog skulls, like actual skulls on his shoulders. They're probably fake, but it looked awesome because he had a skull on that shoulder blade, skull on that shoulder blade, and then a dog's spine, or like just some type of bony spine down the back of his jacket. It was actually pretty mad. And then Aries came out, and that's the first time I've actually seen him entrance on NXT. It was actually pretty cool. But so they started it off, and they were going back and forth. Aries was hitting some good moves. Corbin was hitting some powerful moves. And it turned out that Baron started, using his strength, and that he's bigger. He's a bigger guy. He used that to his advantage a lot, and he was attacking Aries a lot, and throwing him around like a rag doll. Aries was using his his know-how of wrestling, because he's a veteran wrestler and he knows exactly what to do. So he was reversing things. He was hitting some good moves. He even hit his spinning forearm thing that drilled Corbin. Corbin did not expect it to be that hard. But there was a point when they were outside the ring, and Aries ran at Corbin and jumped like he was going to hit him with another like forearm thing, and Corbin kind of caught him and spun him around, him with that deep six signature move that he does. Oh, would have hurt. He landed straight on the mat, but you could tell that it just drilled him onto the mat, and then he almost got counted out. He got back in at 9. Corbin went for the end of days, and we actually, had Aries, who actually knows, because he's been doing wrestling for so long. He got out of the end of days and hit him with a roll up. 1, 2, 3. That's right. Like I predicted, I was rooting for Aries. I predicted Aries to win, and I predicted him to win by pinfall, and he did. The greatest man who ever lived. Lived up to his name, and thank God WWE and NXT didn't fuck him over. That was a good thing that they didn't fuck him over on his debut match. Then the next match was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Now this match, it was insane. Like, this is what you call a NXT Match of the Year candidate. Like, it's probably gonna win it. Far out, they went out. Like, I haven't seen that much of Shinsuke Nakamura, and so Zayn came out first, and then Shinsuke came out, and they didn't tell you that it would be kind of like epilepsy type of lights, like a strobe, like just. It was pretty cool though, his entrance and the way he came down. I like the part when he got in the ring and kind of grabbed the rope and just fell back. That was pretty sweet. And then they started the match, and Shinsuke's doing all the stretches before. And what I found funny is when they actually squared up, Shinsuke pushed him into the ropes, and when the ref breaks it, Zayn put his arms up to let him go, and Shinsuke moved back, and then he moved back in and put his head on Zami's gut and just kind of like playing mind games in a way, and Zami's like, what the fuck? But they ended up having they were going pretty much all out. They even had like almost 2 minutes of just solid back and forth, just forearms / elbows to the faces. And Zemi actually not split, but he gave Nakamura a bleeding nose. And they were just going back and forth. They were just hitting each other and returning the blows. And Zayn actually went for he hit the blue thunder bomb, I think it's called. He hit that. Nakamura just kicked out. He went for that DDT where he runs and jumps through the ropes from outside to the other side through the corner of the rope thing. And as he did that, Nakamura hit him with a kick to the face. It was awesome. I'm surprised Zayn doesn't have a concussion after this, because he got hit with kicks, he got hit with punches, elbows, forearms, knees, all to the head. He was just getting laid out. Like, Nakamura, king of strong style indeed. Yeah, that was awesome. It came down to the fact of he laid Zayn out in the middle of the ring. Zayn was getting up, and then he ran and did his flying type of spinning knee thing to the head. 1, 2, 3, and there we have it. Nakamura won his debut too. WWE NXT. Thank you for not fucking over either of these two signings in their debuts. I was rooting for Nakamura to win, and I predicted Nakamura to win by pinfall, and I got all that right as well. And these 3 matches to start the pay-per-view, fuck me, like the actual 3 matches besides the Polis one were actually insane. But yeah, the Nakamura, like he even showed respect, you know, shook his hand and shit like that after the match. But yeah, he's shot straight up to being one of my top favourites in NXT at the moment. Like he's one of them. He's like at the top. But I'm gonna see more of him before I actually decide. But yeah, that was insane. That match was the best of the actual pay-per-view probably. It was so insane, guys. You gotta go and watch it. But then we had Bayley defending her NXT Women's Championship against Asuka, and so they came out. Bayley had more inflatable people around her. Asuka had some mad paint down the little mask that she wears. You know, they started in the ring. Of course, you had people sitting in the crowd as well. Like you had X-Pac, Scott Hall, Jim Ross, Steph McMahon. They were all sitting in the crowd watching it. So, you know, because why wouldn't you watch NXT? And so back to the match, they were going at it in the ring. They actually went for a lot of submission moves against each other. Like I was surprised. They were going back and forth with submission moves. Like Asuka locked in like an ankle lock, then she locked in a knee bar, then Bayley locked in a knee bar to return the favour. She went for an ankle lock. It was just non-stop. They were going back and forth. And pretty much Asuka, I was assuming that Asuka would carve this match up, and she was hitting some big kicks on Bayley, and Bayley absolutely didn't realise the kicks were going to be that hard. But it ended up coming down to Bayley doing to hit the belly to Bayley like type of finisher that she does. I didn't see Izzy in the crowd anywhere, but she probably was there. But they ended up, you know, going back and forth, and then Bayley got locked into the Asuka lock, and yeah, there was a lot of times where she was getting out of the armbar and like the Asuka lock. She tried to stop herself from being locked into it, and it just came down towards the end of Asuka was just too good with that move, and she locked her in. Bayley wasn't going to tap. She showed that she was not going to give up. She actually passed out, and yeah, she lost the match. So Asuka, I was rooting for Asuka to win this match. I predicted Asuka would win, and I predicted she would win by submission, and she did. That's all of them right so far, guys. And yeah, so now we have a new NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. So we have 2 new champs. New Tag Team Champs in American Alpha, and a new NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Bayley wasn't really too happy after it. She was a bit sad, of course she would be. But she pretty much was sitting outside on the ground, and I thought Asuka was coming over to show respect like Nakamura did the same, but she kind of just stared at her and smiled and then just walked off. But that's, you know, that's what you expect. I don't think she's heel. I think it's just how Asuka is. She's kind of got that lunatic fringe to her that she kind of does what she wants and whatever she wants, and you know, if I beat you shitless, you've got my respect anyway. You don't need me to shake your hand in a way. But and then after that match, we had the main event, the NXT Championship match, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Now this match, I was hoping this match was going to be good, and it was. Like all the other matches on the pay-per-view, this match was insane, like Nakamura and all that. Just before Joe came out, we had another familiar face. If you watch TNA, he was sitting in the crowd. That's right, Bobby Roode was sitting in the crowd. One of the biggest free agents at the moment. Will NXT sign him and Eric Young? Hopefully. But yeah, he was sitting there watching it. So, you know, 3 former NXT superstars on the actual pay-per-view, 2 in matches and 1 sitting there watching. Bobby Roode watching. Aries in the match and Samoa Joe's in the match. NXT, good job catching most of these big guys from NXT, from TNA, because yeah, I would have definitely hired them regardless, because you know they did big things in NXT and TNA like Nakamura did over in Japan. But Joe came out first, looking like he meant his business. Finn came out. And, you know, he's crawling out and I was like, the demon's here. And then next minute, you hear some type of sound up. It for a second sounded like a motorbike, but then it sounded like a chainsaw. Lights come on. Here you have Finn with a chainsaw in the air. He's spinning it around and everything, without the blade, of course. But it was actually pretty cool. Like, I didn't expect it. Like, because Dean's got a chainsaw from Terry Funk, but that doesn't mean that he's going to use it at WrestleMania. So Finn's here, he just, you know, wheeling his chainsaw, grabs the NXT title, gets in the ring. You know, they're facing off. Joe didn't look amused at all, he didn't look phased. And they started, and pretty much probably 5 minutes in, Joe was bleeding from here, from I think it was just here on his eye. And yeah, it was really getting annoying. The crowd was getting very pissed off. They were chanting, fuck PG, you know, let him bleed and shit, because pretty much every minute after Joe, you know, Joe had the momentum. He was laying Finn out. And then as he would lay him out, go for the pin, Finn would kick out. The ref and the medical team kept on trying to fucking wipe it and clean it up. And it's like, dude, just let him go. Just let him fucking go. And he was getting very pissed off. He was pushing the refs in that way. He was like, fuck off, just let me fight. And they were going back and forth. Finn got hit with the knuckle buster and he actually kicked out. And I was surprised. Finn got thrown over the barricade and landed on top of a security guard and the chair he was sitting on, which was far out. But the funny thing was, Joe was coming back, and next minute, because Finn's like, you know, the demon, pops right back up, jumps on the thing and just jumps over, just bang, lays him out. And then he did, like, so in the final parts of the match, Finn did the coup de grace, and then, like I said in the prediction video, I said he probably would do the coup de grace, and then Joe will most likely grab him and, you know, hit him with the knuckle buster or something when Finn's trying to do that snap DDT, not DDT, snap suplex thing that he does. And he was going to do the suplex thing, and then Joe like kind of jumped over and wrapped him in the submission move. And he was holding him. And Finn was starting to go, and then next minute, like, Finn almost looked like he was out, and then next minute he's like, ah! Like, the demon kicked in, kind of ran at the corner, and come to the flip, where he kind of landed on Joe, and Joe still had the submission locked in. And it was 1, 2, 3, and Finn Balor retained. It was awesome. I was rooting for Finn in this match, but however, I did predict Joe to win by submission, but Finn won by pin. So it was the only match on the card that I actually got wrong. And I only went with it because I thought, you know, because Finn's held the title for so long, he might lose it. But regardless of that, this match was awesome. I'm happy that Finn's still champ. Maybe Samoa Joe's going to go and join in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale at WrestleMania. Maybe. But yeah, that was awesome. This pay-per-view was insane. If you guys have not seen it, make sure you go over to the NXT, not NXT, but well, yeah, go over and watch it on the WWE Network, NXT TakeOver Dallas. It is totally worth it. It probably will be better than WrestleMania, guys. But a lot of good debuts. Nakamura, glad to see you in NXT, and I'm glad to see Aries there. And also, it's awesome that we've got a new NXT Women's Champion in Asuka, and a new Tag Team Champs in American now for Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Apollo Crews, good work with the win. And Finn, a good defend. You know, he's worthy of being the longest reigning NXT champ, which I'm pretty sure he already took over Neville's reign. But guys, if you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button hard, but not too fucking hard, don't break your computers. And guys, while you're here, go and hit that subscribe button and spread the word of the J-Stock to everybody you know. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links are in the description down below. And as always guys, stay awesome. The J-Stock is out here. See ya.